Hello, everybody! My name is Raccoon Bro VA, and welcome back to another very special reaction. Because, much like last time, where we got to see the fabled winner of the 2D Champions poll, it is now time for the 3D Champions poll. And let me just tell you guys, legends truly never die. It's finally here! We're finally getting Cole MacGrath versus Alex Mercer after all these years!
Oh, yeah.
Finally.
How shocking.
How are you guys? Are you guys excited for this one? I need to know how you feel about this matchup.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
I'm interested.
I was pretty excited to see this. Like, to learn about both characters, see how Deathbell, like, handles them. Just ready to see this all the new stuff and see why everyone likes it so much.
I was thinking of letting the tribute play while we were talking, but it's getting a bit too distracting for me, so I'm just gonna let you guys talk.
Yeah,
For
me, distracted by the video.
Also, watch Hyper Starman's video, by the way.
You have a
Friends of Hyper Starman, your dream episode has finally happened.
Yes, for those who don't know, there were many content creators who helped with that push, including myself.
Oh, yeah.
I got to be on there, and also still shill Sarge versus Soldier at the same time.
Show yourself and your content on your own channel.
Now, I would real quick, I would like to issue a little apology real quick about the last couple episodes. You guys might have realized that the audio quality was a little weird. That is because I forgot to turn on my microphone for those ones. So it was using the microphone in my webcam. Here I am, this professional voice actor who put all this money into a studio and proper equipment, and I'm not even using it for the videos.
I'm glad that joke before I did, because I was about to tear it.
Yeah, no, believe me, Steve, I felt like a total idiot, like, because my mic is going through a really weird issue right now, where every time I put my PC to sleep, I have to like unplug and replug it back in order for it to sense it. I'm not really sure how to fix that, but it's whatever, as long as my mic still works. But point is, it's good now. The mic quality is going to be better from here on out, unless I forget, in which case, you know, let me have it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I am very excited about this one because I obviously I made it pretty clear, even back in the video where I was, you know, shilling for it, I don't have much of a personal attachment to these two. I tried a little bit of Prototype. It's a pretty cool game. Nice little power trip fantasy. I got to that one level where you're fighting a bunch of behemoths in a warehouse, and they're impossible
Hey, wait, what?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what? What?
Yeah, they're like these behemoths. They look, and they sounded just like you. It was weird.
What the shit?
But it was a really bullshit level. It was a really bullshit level, and I stopped playing after that.
It's your fault that character didn't finish Prototype.
My coding experiments got loose.
But the reason I'm excited about this episode, though, is simply for this fact that we're getting closure on this, one of the biggest inside jokes of the entire show. It's just, it feels good to finally get it out of the way and just say we've done it and be done with it.
And I feel like we could say,
because like for me personally,
say that the Colex is finally real.
The Colex is real.
Those dumb little mascots are dead in the dirt.
It was definitely like an interesting case for me because, like, personally, again, like you, I didn't really have an attachment to either characters or this matchup to the point where I actually voted Chris versus Ashura in last year's poll, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
So like, but like, I definitely did like. I did like respect the support it was getting. Like, you know, this was like a long time coming matchup. So now that it's finally happening, it's a real nice feel good moment for the Defel community.
Yeah, absolutely.
As a guy who's like pushing for like Spy versus 47, they were my greatest competition, and they ran me into the dirt.
Well, hey, at least you don't have to worry about them impeding your dream matchup anymore. Now that's out of the way.
Yeah. It's a dream matchup on mine, but like, yeah, like it was still fun competition. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's all fun and games in Love and War.
Yeah. Besides, at least like, yeah, like at least it's not Deathbell themselves coming from the heavens to smite down my like ballot attempt.
Oh God.
You just see the giant hammer swinging down.
I think it's a personal attack. I think they look at your submission and be like, all right, let's avoid this specific one.
Well, they sort of already did that with Gogeta versus Vegito existing.
Yeah, just like, oh, you submitted a Digimon matchup? No, double Dragon Ball. Yeah, on to something more positive.
Double Dragon Ball, because we like to double down in this house.
Yeah, on the side,
Alex,
I swear, I'm going to
even came out.
But yeah, I'm just saying more positive. Yeah, Cole versus Alex. Yeah, like anything else we got?
And I'll admit, I did listen to the song while I was on the road back home because it's just a really good song on its own. I don't think you really need any context of the battle in order to enjoy it. It's SWATs and Omega Sparks. Of course, it's awesome. I love those two.
The actual track for the fight.
Yes, they killed it.
I'm telling you right now, the chorus is probably like the most edgiest and cheesiest 2010s AMV shit ever, and I love it because of it.
Exactly. It fits this so well.
Baby. That's what we
entire video is going to be a love letter to the 2010s.
This is not a true. This is not a true love letter to the 2010s unless we see random pictures of boobs throughout the entire episode.
Oh God!
Wait, excuse me.
Because a thumbnail, clickbaiting.
Thumbnail. Like prank in the hood, gone wrong, gone sexual.
Sadly,
YouTube, it's just a prank.
Sadly, YouTube nowadays doesn't allow that much nostalgia.
Do you even live, bro? That needs to be said at least once in here.
One more thing.
There's gonna be there are gonna be a lot of 2010s cliches in here.
I'll say one more thing before we get started. You guys won't see it because you're in the Discord call, but the audience can see it. My tongue is very blue. I had an icy. I decided not to brush my teeth because I thought it was funny. So enjoy my tongue because it looks like I ate a blue creature, and this is a battle about a guy who eats people.
Hey!
Oh my God! You ate a blue creature?
No. Raccoon is like Gargamel. He eats the
speaking of
Smurfs.
eating, this episode is sponsored by HelloFresh.
HelloFresh.
The modern day Blue Apron.
I actually would like to be sponsored by HelloFresh. I like their service a lot.
So if you want to eat as good as Alex eats human people, then try HelloFresh.
HelloFresh.
Yep, exactly. HelloFresh.
All right, enough dilly dallying.
Or like Hello
Flash. HelloFresh and Shady Rays.
Oh, Shady
Rays that you can block out.
Let's do this.
MacGrath, the patron saint of Infamous. Alex Mercer.
God, this is kind of surreal.
Yeah.
That's right, champions. You voted for it, so we're finally doing it.
Oh, they're actually acknowledging it. They didn't acknowledge the champion thing in the last one.
For Discord, yeah.
Well, that's because that matchup's more recent compared to this.
Yeah.
But that's a matchup that was still relevant.
Yeah, but Bill versus
the thing is, though, you say Bill versus Discord isn't a recent-esque mashup, when Gravity Falls and MLP started I don't know 2 or 3 years after Infamous and Prototype came out.
Yeah,
it's not too far apart.
I will say after this, if I can speak.
Skydraw.
Let Trashy talk. Let Trashy talk.
Both are long-standing. Paul MacGrath versus Alex Mercer is something suggested since the beginning
of Death Battle.
That's when both were really hot.
Exactly.
But Bill Saber versus Discord is also a matchup that's also been really long-standing because it's just been a thing since season 2. However, if for those who not know, both of them had their chances a little bit squandered over time because of some be it some personal reasons or possibly just them falling off of relevancy. But on a realistic sense, it is likely that Cole versus Alex and Bill versus Discord's only chances were this poll. And for that, I'm actually really glad that these respective episodes won.
Oh, yeah.
I agree with that.
For sure. Definitely for sure.
Because I feel like a lot of people were saying this was the final chance of getting Cole versus Alex to happen on Death Battle.
And let's face it, I'm glad that Bill versus Discord didn't happen earlier because it wouldn't have looked nearly as good as it did if they had waited. The fact that they waited for their production team to be so big.
Of all time, Bill Cord.
And same thing with Cole versus Alex. When this matchup was actually big, it was back in season 1, and I don't think they would have been able to pull it off.
No. Let's be real. I kind of like the idea of the charm of just of Shad just animating in season 1 style build versus Discord.
I don't want to think about it. We have Cartoon Fight Club for that. Thank you very much.
Anyways, listen to what.
Let's continue. Let's continue.
Says
Let's continue. Yeah, let's continue.
Long after these characters were ever relevant. Oh, hey, look what I found in the trash. An old script we wrote for this very matchup.
Oh no.
2013.
We haven't emptied our trash
in
10 years. He's way
Oh no.
Empty our trash in 10 years.
Weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win.
Death battle.
You know what? I have seen the previews for these two, and Liam was right. This does explain what we're about to witness.
Steve,
have you seen the previews?
Yeah, I've seen the previews.
Oh God.
Oh, we are in for
Here we go.
Ride.
I'm going to critique everything in that.
Tobey Maguire's not the only superhero who's had to learn that lesson.
Cole MacGrath was just your average delivery boy in Empire City until one day he opened a package that exploded in his face. This was the race.
Always check your mailbox for pipe bombs, everyone.
Yeah, we do not need any more Bjork situations. Yeah, so it's gonna be good Cole for this one.
Yeah,
good Cole.
Yeah, because good Cole, evil Cole, different canons. Yeah.
Yeah.
More specifically, Cole became a conduit, one of many beings who were granted supernatural abilities from the Ray Sphere explosion,
which also turned Empire City into
we got some dubstep music going on as well.
Knows how to hardcore.
Willing to clean up the mess he sort of technically made.
Alex, this is in the game or this is just stellar editing.
Sick nasty as his parkour skills, but his ability to manipulate electricity is pretty sweet too.
Cole controls electromagnetic
Lightning's always
energy.
cool.
Not only can he generate
it's shocking.
Why is Bully McGuire there?
Manipulate thermal, kinetic, and
you guys saw that, right?
Let me see.
No.
Oh, yeah, the meme.
Why is he here?
He's just
because they're doing 2013.
It's just the Toby Easter eggs will be everywhere.
Of all people.
Yeah.
Also, I'm assuming this is some sort of PlayStation All-Stars ad.
Yeah,
because that's Nathan Drake.
Oh, yeah, and there's Tobey Maguire, my favorite PlayStation character.
I mean, Spider-Man.
There's gonna be another cameo showing up later.
Spider-Man would eventually become a PlayStation character, technically.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he would.
Can also manipulate thermal, kinetic, and gravitational energies. Electromagnetism is pretty broad.
Wow.
This includes his
so
radar
fun.
pulse, which detects
That's cool.
electricity inside organisms, even if they're hidden.
Electricity is always a cool element.
I guess you can say lightning's pretty lit.
He can throw ice grenades, shoot
It
ice
is.
spikes, and do some epic ice farts.
Oh boy.
No, that's so neat.
I'm still don't know how to feel about the editing.
I love it. I love it.
It's that poor Toby.
Like the fart one's a little much for me, I will say.
Grind on rails like Shadow the Hedgehog. Read your mind
hey,
like
Shadow.
Goku's muffin button. Charge up with extra.
Oh yeah, there was Goku's muffin button as well.
Yeah, okay,
Like
yeah.
Shadow the
Yep.
Hedgehog and generate
Good
force
Shadow.
fields.
Shadow again.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
But
Shadow
these
the
aren't
Hedgehog.
just force fields.
Shadow
They
the
literally
fucking
convert
hedgehog.
any matter they touch into energy that Cole absorbs. That's insane.
How's that?
Are you familiar with a little equation called E equals MC squared?
Oh,
Ah.
jeez.
It
Never heard
defines
of
the
it.
Not
chemical
come to
relationship
Death Style to
between
get
mass and
caught.
energy. Essentially, how much energy any given mass contains.
Okay, the largest mass object Cole absorbs is a 343-gram helicopter chain gun round.
Perfectly converting matter to energy is technically impossible,
Okay.
but this is a video game. The mass contained in that bullet, when multiplied by the speed of light squared, would release an energy equivalent to
Why
over
does it look
7
like some
megatons
map
of
pad
TNT.
game
This
theory?
means
wow.
the energy output
Dang.
is basically fueled by a nuclear reactor.
Okay.
So he's like a living super bomb, always ready to go off. Sounds like my first ex-wife.
Should he somehow
damn.
run low on
Oh,
energy?
It's
jeez,
been-
not the.
No, that truly makes us feel like a 2013 script because it's
Yeah,
been a
that
while
is-
since we've gotten a
Yeah.
boomstick ex-wife joke.
The
That is
boomstick,
definitely
yeah.
early Death Battle stuff.
Forever. It's been forever since.
That's classic.
Well, the last one.
I
The last one was like Dora Machamp.
I wouldn't be surprised if there has been like an ex-wife joke somewhere that we just missed, but like it's been a lot less frequent.
Don't forget Wiz made an ex-wife joke.
Yeah, Boomstick was like, I can only make those jokes, you douche.
Yeah,
be better.
Nearby appliances to recharge. He's even learned to drain the bioelectricity from people.
Sorry, what?
I hope they don't overdo him like the Boomstick's dad jokes.
Oh no, never mind.
Like
this. Yeah, let's not think about the
focus his electricity through his amp, a giant tuning fork which lets him ring around the Rosie to death. Or he can just make lightsabers out of his hands. That's cool too. And because he follows Pokemon rules, Cole's extra resistant to electric attacks.
With these powers, Cole chewed through Kessler's forces, including Sasha, whose black tar powers could infect and control minds.
And he eventually faced down that son of a bitch himself and pwned his ass, despite Kessler having his exact same powers. Coincidence?
Turns out
did we say pwned in 2013?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
Manipulating events from the
Why do you look like Johnny
this
Cage?
version of Cole became a
Time
better
travel.
hero than Kessler ever was.
Yeah, you see, Cole's superpowers are molded through his actions, increasing in power and utility based on how
I'm
good
glad
or
they're
evil
talking
he
about
acts.
this.
Naturally, as a good person, Cole shapes
Position
his
All
powers to be
Stars.
more focused to target the bad guys. That's pussy shit.
That's like,
what the fuck?
No, evil Boomstick.
Collateral damage.
Boomstick got C as a rhyme.
Oh no. I'm burning.
Whoa.
Okay.
That just happened. Who wrote this shit?
I am glad that they acknowledge that, because that is definitely one of the biggest writing cliches. Well, that was a thing.
I'm just wondering.
Well, that happened.
I guess I could do that now.
How could this get any worse?
Did I just killed a freaking dragon?
Is that a mother flipping dragon in my game? Wow, that's a low random.
I'm just wondering why they have evil Boomstick
with my mind.
like, how did they script him?
They scripted him with code.
True.
They with class.
He just shows up and explodes.
I'm here for joke. Goodbye. The joke is complete.
I just moved shit with my mind.
I must leave.
Which would appear in the
We just moved shit with our mind. I just moved shit with my mind.
form of the Beast, a conduit of unimaginable power.
Cole is strong enough to create massive thunderstorms, fast enough to route electricity moving at 90% the speed of light, and maybe thanks to Kessler, tough enough to take on the Beast.
Just like Mario.
Of the race
it is the
It
Beast.
could regenerate at an atomic level and eradicate
Mr.
all
Beast?
of Empire City in a
No.
single
The Beast.
Unfortunately, after a grueling battle, Cole
Yo,
defeated
Mr.
the
Beast
Beast
looking
once and
different.
for all.
Though ultimately, it wasn't Cole's power that made him a hero.
In order to stop a plague created by the race sphere, Cole sacrificed his life,
Whoa.
eradicating the conduit genes and saving all of humanity.
Sure, he also killed thousands of conduits in the process, but hey, what's a few corpses when building a better tomorrow? This trolley stops for no one.
Cole was remembered as a saint by the people of New Marais, as a hero by the friends he left behind, and an inspiration to future generations.
Hey, Delson, let's go.
Oh, hey, it's the guy that everyone thought Korra was gonna fight.
Probably Korra should have
About Korra fighting.
To be fair, though, it would have been... I still stand by the fact that it would have been really stupid to have Delson on the show before Cole versus Alex.
Yeah.
That
makes sense.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Like obviously we've had other situations. We've had other situations where the not main character goes first, but
like
with
Colex is Shadow.
But Colex is a different situation considering how long that was requested for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Great power comes great responsibility.
Not again.
I hope you guys like Tobey Maguire.
Got an Uncle Ben to tell him that.
He's a good
Alex
Spider-Man.
Mercer woke up
What is up with the Tobey Maguire right now?
horrific black
2010 humor.
transforming its citizens
Oh,
into
right.
terrifying
Forgot.
Ooh.
Alex had
Zombie
no memories.
apocalypse
He
is
was a
no
man
Netflix.
without a past. And maybe no
This
future.
is
That's
terrible.
one
It's
The
so
black
edgy.
virus can rewrite
I'm
the
missing
soul
a killer
of
monster
every
and terrorist because he's so
and
edgy.
somehow it
Yeah.
Just like Sasuke.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
All I can think of is he's so edgy. It's just that
Ooh, I caught you off guard, didn't I?
from the Broly movie. Just
altering their biology at the molecular level in seconds and giving them complete control over their actions.
So Alex pushed on, desperate to avenge
He's so
himself
cool,
and
but
the
he's
city
so
by
goddamn
way.
dumb.
The monster unleashed this nightmare.
he's a
and he
literal
can-
crying
he can consume
giant
people to give
baby.
himself a
That's
power
so dumb.
boost. He's
But
like
he's so
Kirby.
cool.
Kirby
Love
listened to
that.
Linkin Park.
I do actually like. I did actually like this joke.
That's me.
We can't play one step closer, so here's some lo-fi jazz instead.
No.
That's funny.
This isn't too far off from Steve's drip, by the way. So,
This extra biomass gives him superhuman
I haven't had
strength, a
Sobe
greater
in ages.
metabolic rate, increased reaction times, and even a regenerative healing factor. Essentially, Alex is an ever-evolving super being, the ultimate being.
Oh, like Shadow
Like
the Hedgehog.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
There he is.
Alex also
no, he's the ultimate life form, you son of a bitch.
gives all their memories and experiences.
Get it
including
right.
Peter Randall, a 69-year-old man whose
Nice.
entire history Alex
Nice.
processed in just
Nice.
11
Very
seconds.
nice.
Being able to condense that much information into that time frame means Alex can perceive events happening within 5 nanoseconds.
Which is about
I don't know how
long I
that
was
math
married to
works,
my
but
second
okay.
ex-wife.
Alex can shapeshift his body
5
at
nano-
will,
that has to be a
disguises,
record or
increasing his
something.
muscle mass, and forming nearly unbreakable armor. And when he wants
Not
to
blank
kill
time.
someone, he can become his own weapon, turning his limbs into claws and blades, or generating
Well, I mean,
countless
specifically for a
angles that give
marriage
him
to
unmatched control
last.
over his environment.
With these new
Oh, that's
powers,
cool.
he came up with a bunch of Street
These
Fighter
clip
moves,
this is
like the air
cool.
dash, the cannonball, the bullet dive drop,
fucking
and the
cannonball.
hunter dirt nap.
Cannonball.
I have-
Sure, that was my
Gremlin
third
move.
ex-wife's boyfriend's stripper name.
I'm
And
shocked they
after
didn't. I'm
consuming
shocked they
enough
didn't do a
Oh,
Shadow the
people.
Hedgehog joke for that one.
How? Oh, because he goes into a ball.
Yeah.
It's literally
It's
a
a
homing
spin
attack.
dash.
Well, it's like
It's a
Blanca
spin
in
dash.
Street
It's
Fighter.
pretty much the homing attack from.
I'm waiting.
How many wives has Boomstick had?
I
Two
don't
Yes.
know.
Yes. The answer is
Just
yes.
enough.
Yeah.
Yes,
If you want the
answer.
short answer or the long
Yes.
answer?
At least as many as Stevie Wonder.
mass and can
Hey.
unleash swap and powerful ultimate attacks.
Like the Tendril Barrage Devastator. Oh, it's beautiful.
Hey.
It-
Despite being seen as
it
the
is
largest
pretty
of the
awesome.
terrorist,
Oh.
fair, Alex
Trying to
uses
be
his
as
powers to
is it
stop the
fair?
spread of the virus and
People
end
about
the
this is
city's nuclear
possible, and
devastation.
it's just
It
like
was then he learned the truth.
sounds like he has a
wasn't
lot more to
Alex
fill
Mercer
out.
at all.
He was the
But
black
Cole
light
is just
virus
naturally
itself, which absorbed the
faster and
main
better.
What are you talking
Oh.
about?
I don't know. I'm just trying to be as analytical as possible about this, and it looks like Alex has like a lot more to fill out
Yeah, but
as
like,
comparison to Cole. But I think Cole is faster. And,
I think Cole's electricity will like burn up a lot of the
Yeah.
tendrils.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
memories and likeness
Let's
of
further
the
into this.
real Alex Mercer, who was not only
Oh.
dead, but actually responsible for all of this in the first place.
Oh my
gosh.
You're not playing as Alex Mercer.
What is that?
What is?
Why is it empty?
Uh-oh.
He's right
Uh-oh.
behind me, isn't he?
So the man
Uh-oh.
the whole time.
That's not good.
That's another writing trope that's been in every fucking thing.
That's a cliche.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yep.
We
You're
already
not play-
exhausted it. We already
Alex
exhausted
Mercer
it.
is not really Alex Mercer.
I will say my
It's just
favorite
the black light taking his form.
I will say my
Just
favorite
about
version of that trope is in Deadpool 2 when he's talking about Cable and he says, "He's right behind you, isn't he?"
Wasn't that said by Blind Owl?
Was him
A blind what?
Blind Owl.
Blind
in the
Owl.
movie.
I don't think Blind Owl said
It's
that.
been a bit since I've seen.
No, Deadpool said that.
Oh.
I do remember.
No, Blind Owl said, "Speak up." I can't hear. Blind Owl said, "Speak up." I can't hear you with that pity dick in your mouth.
dun dun dun.
Well,
That's
Oh, jeez.
Yep, here it
Anyway.
is. You're not.
Oh, that's
you're not
right,
playing-
Boomstick.
create the black light virus.
Oh, did he say that?
Here it
That's
is.
right, Boomstick.
Yay! He said it, boys. He did it. Hold on.
they actually said the
Here it
thing.
is.
Hold on. Let me.
You're not playing as black. You're not playing as Alex Mercer.
Hold on.
Who said it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there it
He said it.
He said it.
is. There we go.
Everyone's are funny.
Yeah.
All right.
Turns out Dr. Alex Mercer
We can move on
helped
now.
create the Blacklight virus, and when things
Moving
didn't
on.
work out and he was about to die, he recklessly unleashed it upon the city.
Oh.
Petty SOB. What he didn't know was that the virus would merge with his sentience and memories and become a new Alex. How? Why?
Yep.
Don't question it. It's a nothing burger.
But
The Black
Okay.
Lives virus,
massive
Oh,
just
nothing
took
burger.
over
That's a term.
Alex
his
actually
body.
human in any meaningful
And
way.
he's
The
not
poor
really Alex
bastard sure
Mercer.
tried to be. Too bad humans can be dicks, and everyone kept betraying him.
Ooh.
Even the so-called love of his life, who shot him in the face.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alex
Ooh.
figured,
Betrayal.
obviously, humanity had
Betrayal.
Don't worry though, he got
Oh.
better
Just go, but be
from the bullet wound.
made
Yeah, but
better.
not from
this.
Whatever goodness remaining with his
Hey,
Alex
if
was
he can
left behind,
regenerate, how come
he
he's still
wanted
missing
to
that eye?
unleash a second Blacklight virus.
Sometimes there are some wounds, the deepest wounds that even regeneration can't heal.
Oh, that's
That's
bullshit.
a callback.
That, my friend, is what
Humanity
we call
into
a
a
rough
super
one.
species in
Yep.
his
Alex
I
Mercer.
fucking hate how genetic that injury is. Even clone babies of Slade are missing an eye.
Oh.
Oh.
That's fun. Oh yeah, well just now I'm just imagining if Django Fett, like if they had cloned him after he got decapitated, all the clone troopers just don't have heads.
They just don't have heads.
That would, in my opinion, that would make them way scarier. You just being attacked by a headless body.
How would you even kill them
Headless
without
horseman.
without a brain? They don't have like any their bodies shouldn't function normally.
You'd have to change up your battle strategy a little.
great power.
Aim for this heart.
Great terror.
Classic anime RPG villain stuff. And he was strong enough to do it.
They don't have a head, what do you
Casually
do?
tear
Just get
buildings
better,
apart, dodge
Ooh, okay, here we
supersonic
go.
tank shells,
Yes.
And even defeated the Supreme Hunter, who was tough enough to
Oh.
survive a nuclear blast that would have leveled
Oh.
Manhattan. Based on
75 kilotons of
The
TNT.
blast radius given
Okay.
in game, that's
Uh,
450
Oh.
kilotons of
That's
TNT.
a lot
Speaking
less
of
than
nukes, Alex survived
megatons.
one. His healing factor is off the chain, and after being blasted into paste, all he needed was the tiniest bit of himself
Oh.
to come back good as new.
It's horrifying. I love it. I love it.
Saved
Making it
Manhattan.
virtually impossible
They
to
terrorized
kill so
Manhattan.
many
66% light
consuming.
speed.
But attempting
So
to
he's-
take over the world and kill millions of people pissed off a certain James Heller, a dude who had
Ooh.
just
James
had enough of his
Whoa.
fucking weird, fucking rambling
shit.
Nice.
Okay, that's.
Yeah, okay, I'll give that one to you.
The same virus
Yeah,
powers
that's
to consume
Now give me my daughter.
once and for all.
Live by the Kirby symbiote, die by the Kirby symbiote. But was Alex just a virus after all? I mean, what's more human than the urge to conquer the world, drive its species to the slaughter,
Oh.
consume its raw genetic resources, and crown yourself king?
Is
Maybe
this a
the day
Venom?
Alex Mercer died was the day he truly became human.
Oh.
Wow, that was
Hmm.
intense.
It was almost
That was
profound,
wow.
and then it
That
started to
was
like
fictional.
devolve into nonsense by the end.
And then,
For a second,
Yeah, I
thought
got
it was
really
Venom.
nonsensical.
Smart for you.
what's he going to say? What's he
That
going
was-
to say?
Going
that
to a
was-
Venom
that
reference.
He's
was-
going to say something
that
funny to
was-
derail it. Watch.
There was so much edge behind
Fuck
that
yeah, it was.
statement.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, there
Fuck
it is.
yeah, it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You could tell, and they didn't. They did not censor the fuck
fuck.
word.
Well,
The fuck word.
Yeah, it's definitely going to get spoiled.
They'll
for
probably
the
they'll probably
public
censor it
release,
in
though.
in the public release.
Don't. It's okay.
There
Don't worry, guys.
goes
It's
the-
okay for me to say it because I said word at the end.
True.
Only a reference movie.
You can say any curse word you want, like, oh, he got the shit word kicked out of him.
Yes.
That word.
Fraggin' bastich.
Word.
This you bastard.
You gotta add the word.
Right.
If you don't add the word, then it's just straight up cursing.
Yes.
So you gotta.
Would they really
Oh, here we go.
claim a video for saying the Lobo slur?
No, I'm just saying because it is also technically a curse word. I'm just trying to be
All right.
consistent here.
Time to find out who will
All right.
finally wins
So-
this battle that's been 10 years in the making. For 10 plus years.
It's probably gonna be Cole. It's probably
Yeah,
gonna be Cole.
probably. Yeah,
Probably, yeah.
But still.
I got money on the hero winning.
Tune in to find. Well, yeah, I do find it funny how we have technically had two hero versus villain matchups win the champions polls.
Yeah,
But-
true.
Back and back to back.
True.
But even though the villain won last time, it was still in a grander scale hero win anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
Yeah.
let's see how it goes here.
Let's find
Probably
out.
Cole winning, but still.
I still think Cole's gonna win, but I don't think it's gonna be easy.
Once and for all.
Let's end this debate once and for all.
Oh!
Original.
Okay. Gotta give them claps for that one. I really appreciate. I appreciate that attention to detail.
To be fair, it is a debate that needs to be ended once and for all.
For sure.
Yeah, like they got
Just like we never want to hear this matchup talked about ever again, ever.
Once you watch it, shut up.
And then it was like, okay, now do Galactus versus Unicron, and like, and they're like, no.
Quote Sakurai, never ask me for fucking anything again.
Ever again.
Never ask me.
You
for
greedy
anything.
bastards.
All right, let's do this.
Here we go.
Just to be clear, I don't give a shit about Galactus versus Unicron.
Yeah, neither do I.
Let's do this.
I can't wait
Here we
to
go.
see Freddy's die a second time.
I am very glad that it's gonna be a city setting.
But no.
There's no better place for this to take place.
I think I've still
Yeah.
got room for dessert. Buddy, you are one sick freak.
I saw the preview. I thought it was choppy at first, but I kind of like it. It fits with the characters.
Well, they finally added in the other stuff because they said it came right off the press.
No, the scream was taken out.
They out the screen, yeah.
No.
There was a funny scream in the sneak peek.
Don't worry, I think this episode will still be peak fiction anyway.
Don't worry, I'll just add a bunch of Tom screams when I review this one. Here we go!
I love this song.
Swats and Omega never miss.
Oh god, they're cannonball.
Oh, we going in.
Yes! And we're gonna get some close quarters. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah!
Oh, there we go.
Yeah! Oh, this is cool.
Gotta admit, bub, that hurt.
That's cool.
Oh, do some kind of sight.
Woo!
God, this song.
Oh,
I love the momentum. I love
Loving it.
Fisher.
Oh, this scene.
Here we go.
What?
This scene.
Oh yeah, he's going after some humans. Okay. Oh.
I like the atmosphere here.
Oh.
Watch this.
Okay, he got some.
Oh.
Oh. What?
That is terrifying.
Woo!
He's fucking
gosh.
Nice.
Cole!
Calm down,
Oh,
Alex.
this is cool.
Oh, here comes the combos.
Yes!
Oh,
Collateral damage!
Oh, damn.
Oh, let's go! Let's go, Cole!
Oh, this is clean.
Oh, it's like a semi-truck hitting.
I love it.
Yes!
Oh.
This is so cool.
So much power, and yet you waste it on these vermin. You and I
Oh.
can change this world for the better. The only vermin I see here is you.
Here we go! Here we go!
Oh, that's cool.
Alright.
Yeah, like these lightsabers!
Oh, here we go.
I ain't done!
Oh, there it is.
Cool. Cool. Loving it.
Whoa. Oh.
Call me McDonald because I am loving it right now.
Oh my god.
No way.
Oh, no.
Come on, Cole. Let's do it, boy!
There it is. Oh.
Wait, what did he say?
Absorb him.
Sorry, what did he say?
He's absorbing him.
Good idea.
Oh, that's cool.
Come on.
Woo!
Oh, that's cool.
That was cool.
That's cool.
But it's a lot better without you in it, asshole.
Nice.
Nice.
Yay!
Nice
That
one,
was
Cole. Nice.
Clean.
That was clean.
Was in the trash. I had to hear someone say awesome sauce.
Oh.
What?
Deadly, and both could match each other's powers blow for blow.
They could each create weapons.
I forget if they said if they said awesome sauce in the fight or not.
I don't think
they say awesome sauce.
No. I think it was just more the era.
Well, Alex would usually need to weaken an opponent to get that trick to work. Even then, the Ray Sphere incident that created Cole's powers in the first place ripped apart everyone else down to the atomic level. And the Beast's attacks were capable of the same thing. Considering the Blacklight virus only works down to molecular DNA, it's reasonable to say Cole would be able to resist it.
Sure, that makes
Alex
sense.
could have potentially consumed Cole's biomass to give himself an edge, but Cole could just do the same thing to Alex, absorbing his bioelectricity to power himself back up.
But
Alright.
nothing could challenge the gap in power.
Yeah, there it
The
is.
stat gap is too huge. Stat
Yeah,
gap is
the
way
big
too
stat.
big.
Yeah.
Notably slow.
His only weakness
wait.
was that he was notably slower.
But wait, it was 90% the speed of light versus 66% the speed of light. So
yeah,
I feel
how is
that's
that notably slower?
That's still a pretty big gap when
Because
you're dealing with
that's
light
because-
speed.
Because
yeah,
Alex's
percentages.
speed was mental.
Yeah.
That was a
Interesting.
mental
Everything
speed
Alex
feat.
survived could simply not match
Yeah.
Cole's force.
Sarah, it's not that
Especially not the
crazy
power
because
of
I'm
the
pretty sure
Beast. The
Alex
blast the
does
Beast
have
created actually
slightly
had a
better
much
movement speed
wider
than
radius
Cole
than the
does.
one the Supreme Hunter could
Oh,
survive.
what?
I mean,
To
if
compare
Okay.
with
like
foes,
Cole,
this means Cole was simply
Alex can
far
actually
more powerful
run up
than
walls.
Alex.
Speaking of the
Okay.
Beast, Cole's ability to disintegrate it at the atomic level
Mr.
meant
Beast?
that even Alex's
Okay.
crazy
I already made that joke.
generation couldn't stand
That
up
joke
to
was
it.
already
Alright.
made.
Wait,
Didn't
which joke?
Mr. Beast.
Oh, okay.
We already.
Meant
Yeah.
that even Alex's crazy molecular regeneration
Yeah, that
couldn't
makes
stand
sense.
up to Cole's
Okay.
might.
Just like how Cole could overpower Kessler despite his resistance to electricity, or how he resisted
Okay.
Sasha's mind control powers,
Ew.
which were eerily similar to the
Ew.
Blacklight virus.
But I bet you're wondering,
Oh, wow.
what if Alex fought evil Cole instead? Well,
Oh,
it'd
yeah.
be worse,
Okay.
because then Cole
Hypothetical.
took the
Ooh.
Beast's
It'd be
power
worse.
for himself.
Oh.
That'd
Be a
be
bigger
great
stuff.
for Virus
He has
Boy.
the
Alex
Beast.
Oh,
is
yeah.
versatile,
Oh.
He's trying to rip the
Cole's
script.
counters, speed, and raw power
He's so
gave
done
him
with
the
it.
edge.
Alex
He's done
got
with
the
it.
Cole shoulder, just like this stupid script.
The winner is Cole
Okay.
MacGrath.
Goodbye.
Hey.
And we finally never have to hear about it ever again. Ever.
Yeah,
Now for the next.
Yep.
Now for the
Yep.
next time.
Wait,
that's
let's-
right.
Everyone,
Let's find
the
out.
next
Let's find out.
matchup you have to
Hold on.
By the way, shout out to Alex's
Oh.
VA who also voiced Dimitri this season, and
Oh,
Cole's VA Paul, who is officially the first voice actor on Death Battle ever to have voiced 3 characters in a row on the show.
Yeah. Congrats.
And he
man.
alternated between winning and losing.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Yep. Okay.
This
Let's
guy
find
went
out
from-
what
Oh,
next
this
one
was
is.
So
this
you're-
is this is
he
actually
voiced-
this is edited
he
by
voiced-
Parker and DJ. Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Wait, so you're
Alright,
telling
next
me
one,
Cole
next
went from voicing Discord to voicing Cole, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but he also voiced
Wow.
Silver Surfer.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's vocal range.
No,
Well, yeah, what I talk about vocal
Sometimes
range.
chalk with Dio and SpongeBob, but it's like, yeah.
All right.
So next time Paul is in
We've
it.
got a
Wait,
battle
wait.
going on
Let's
right
find
now
out.
where members get
Please
to
lay me
choose a
something
matchup
hype.
for the next season.
All right.
Hit the join button and
That
join
depends on
Uh,
your opinion.
I'm gonna say next time was like,
Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh shit! Oh my god!
It's time, boys.
okay.
It's
Megatron.
they lose
Frieza
they
versus
lose
Megatron.
they lose points because they spelled it with an I.
That is technically the correct pronunciation.
You Frieza.
My god.
It's
Frieza.
Their clash destroyed the entirety of Universe 7, a cosmological structure at this 9 times.
I can hear it already.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Get out of
Sorry.
get out of my head! Get out of my head! Get out of my head!
Carrick,
Fun
there's
fact,
one bad
fun
thing.
fact, it's only G1.
Oh,
Really?
interesting.
Oh.
Well,
It's G1,
what-
Megatron, and everything connected to G1.
So
yeah, it's
okay,
a G1 composite.
that was the
Means,
that was
but-
always the big point of contention when people talked about that matchups. Like what
That
version?
includes
like-
the IDW comics.
Like what
I'm
what version of Megatron
so
would they
happy.
use? So,
Yeah, they're just
I
compositing
think-
every single main G1. This includes.
does that include the
original
time
cartoon-
Transformers crossed over with My
listen.
Little Pony?
Listen.
That would be funny.
Maybe, but the most notable ones in
Megatron would-
G1 are the original cartoon, IDW, and Marvel comics.
Okay.
I heard there's actually some pretty insane stuff in G1, yeah.
Then there's the Japanese one.
Yeah, I heard there's some really crazy stuff in
Yeah,
like, G1.
I
Like, I'm
will
curious
say-
to see that.
I do- I do feel a little bad about Transformers fans who want to see like the later stuff get talked about, because it's basically pretty much just G1. Or with Optimus Prime, they did a composite thing.
G1.
They did a composite thing that a lot of people weren't very sure about at the time as well.
Yeah.
So I guess this is probably like our best bet anyway.
I mean, like, I'm going to say this. If it weren't for the IDW comics, Frieza would have won.
So is it a lot more closer now?
Oh, yeah. It's definitely a lot more closer now.
Megatron stomps.
Oh, now Megatron stomps.
Really?
There's a lot of something.
I
just realized something. I just remembered something. You know the height difference between Frieza and Megatron?
Yeah.
There's a
literal midget with Frieza.
Please tell me they referenced the pose. Please tell me they referenced the Goku Frieza pose.
Carrick, you hearted my thing on the ballot. You know my submission for that, right? It was Gamma 2 versus Armada.
Frieza versus...
No, he did Gamma 2.
I did Gamma 2 versus Armada Starscream.
Oh. Well,
so that's kind of like Dragon Ball versus Transformers, so it's sort of the same thing.
You did get it eventually.
It's definitely happening now because of this, and I am so happy.
So why is this such a big matchup? If you guys don't mind explaining to me,
it's intergalactic.
It's mostly. Oh, okay.
It's pretty big of villains in general. Yeah, it's pretty
pretty
popular villains.
Most iconic tyrants in animated fiction.
Sadly, I'd say the matchup is probably more in the favor of like giving Frieza a matchup than I'd say Megatron, because Megatron has been given a lot of other options over the years, and some of them are arguably better. But this is the one that's like the most like talked about for him because of how relevant Frieza is.
That's what Frieza versus Megatron as a matchup is always like came off as to me. Just like we need something for Frieza, fucking Megatron. Here, that's fine.
I am excited. I'm excited to see how the fight plays out. Like I've heard a lot of really cool stuff.
Think about this.
Yes.
Little Karibo.
I was going to say they need to get Little Karibo as Frieza, please.
That's 4-star.
I need Little Karibo to say I am now entering my black form.
What racist slur is Frieza going to say to Megatron?
Oh god, let's not go there.
You metal
monkey.
It's like how in Dragon Ball Super there was that robot in Universe 6 that had like poor self-esteem or whatever it was. Like Vegeta insulted it once.
Frieza would evaporate them. Frieza would utterly evaporate them.
I'm excited.
The thing is though, funnily enough, if Frieza was to do something like, I don't know, like threaten Cybertron as like a way to intimidate Megatron, that wouldn't scare him. That would just piss him off.
That's exactly how the fight will start. Is Frieza destroying Cybertron.
Yeah, Frieza.
I am glad.
That's the fight. Frieza invades Megatron.
I am glad that it has been a while. That it's been a while since the last Dragon Ball fight. Like
because we had 3 last year.
Let's be real. I think a lot of us were kind of hoping that it would be like a bit of a longer break from. I love Dragon Ball, don't get me wrong, but it was a little much last year. But I'm happy to see Frieza finally getting.
We got a double episode for a season finale.
What helped
for the next one? So
this is most likely this is most likely the shovel symbol. Because it's also a symbol for transformations.
Yes, I did see a lot of people mention that it could be a Transformers matchup, and it looks like they were proven right.
I personally think it's the beaker. The beaker might be.
Oh my god!
Shut up about the fucking. We can't talk about the beaker. No, it's obviously Walter White, guys. Moving on.
You want to know what I think? You want to know what I think the beaker is?
No. Okay, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. The beaker is not real.
I didn't consider it at first, but now you make a good point. That's a very viable option for the beaker.
I mean, we did get their cameo in the last episode. Okay.
If I can speak on Frieza Megatron, if I can.
Yes.
To answer the general question, if you want more accurate ideas for the contestants, it's literally iconic intergalactic aliens from the 80s. Because, like, yeah, that's what they are. That's this matchup has never really been a thing for the thematic. It's more like a lot of
just a fight potential. Like
a lot of
I've heard a lot. I've heard a lot of really.
A lot of the action from Megatron and even specifically Frieza never really clicked with the idea for most people with how big of a villain Frieza is. And Megatron
now Martin gets to voice both Golden and Black Frieza.
Well,
oh yeah.
Well, we shouldn't get our hopes up. We don't know until it's confirmed.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see who. Yeah,
I'm just happy.
Let Trashy talk. Jeez.
Okay, sorry.
It's really frustrating to get talked over.
Sorry.
If it's the general appeal about Frieza Megatron is not the connections. It never was.
Yeah.
The appeal for Frieza Megatron is that it's fucking Frieza and Megatron. These two are fucking awesome and have some really good moments. And seeing the two kind of interact with each other would be pretty cool. It'd also just be just a baller fight.
Oh, for sure.
Also, when it comes to space villains, these two are right next to Vader. These two are iconic.
When you're iconic villains, it's really hard to list iconic anime villains and not talk about Frieza.
Of course.
Yeah, Frieza's like the pinnacle. And also helping Frieza's case, he's literally the catalyst for the most iconic transformation in media, like in general.
That is true.
Speaking of transformations, do you think they'll start the fight in his first form?
No.
They'll probably start in his final form.
No one remembers I don't think he'll ever have his first form.
I don't think.
Well, I mean, he's pretty much already confirmed in one of the I think it was the Resurrection F movie, where it's like, I'm just going to be in my final form, like from now on. Like, I won't be going back to the old one. I must always be on guard now.
It's also just like a case of, I think, like, if I recall correctly, Frieza's final form was like just like is actually his true form. His other forms, like his lower forms, are just like him suppressing his power.
Yeah, those are just limiters. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just happy we're finally getting a Transformers episode finally after.
Oh yeah.
Since
5 seasons. Yeah, 5 seasons.
Guys, I just realized something. We got
are like literally like coinciding with each other when it comes to their appearances.
Yeah.
Because they show up, they gave you in season 1 of the slave episode. They both come back in season 5, and now they're both coming back in this
season 10.
Wow.
MLP did. I mean, there was that. Well, there was one MLP episode in season 3, but
yeah, there was one.
No,
yeah. We all make mistakes.
Yeah.
I think if anything though, like, I hope Frieza vs Megatron at least does well, because I do genuinely want more Transformers matchups on Death Battle.
Agreed.
Like, I feel the fact that we've only had 3 so far and they're so like far spread out in the overall series is kind of a little bit upsetting, because Transformers is a cool series. I like to see them do more matchups.
Well, it's fucking Frieza, bro.
Yeah.
It's about time we get a Dragon Ball character that isn't a Saiyan.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's the guy who wants to wipe them all out. It's the guy who wants to wipe them all out. That's hilarious.
You guys are sick of Dragon Ball characters on the show? Well, it's about time I show you how a real transformation is done.
That's the most. Yeah. That's that laugh, like.
Anyways, I'm being called elsewhere.
Right.
I'm voiced by a woman in some English dubs.
Bye, people watching. Bye.
Goodbye.
See ya, Trashy.
Bye.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, this
was good. There is no way.
That's it itself.
Guys, okay. Now, one at a time. One at a time. Everyone, one at a time. We're gonna. No. We're one at a time. I feel bad. We haven't really talked about this episode at all, so I want.
I already saw it, so I'll be joining a different voice chat.
Yeah. So yeah. Let's. I want us to talk about this one for a little bit now. So
yeah, let's talk about it.
I'd say this was a pretty good episode overall. I enjoyed both analyses. They actually made me want to check out Infamous and Prototype eventually. And like the fight was really cool. It was like it's not without its faults. There's definitely some jank, and that's partially due to the models being like relatively on the old side. But outside of that, like the choreography was super sick for both of them. The effects were phenomenal, especially with Cole's electricity and Alex's like tendril black virus stuff. It's really cool.
Look at those DSLs.
Yeah, and then like the climax
DSL.
where like those two are like falling from the sky as like Alex impales him when you think like he's gonna take over. He's gonna take him over with the black light virus, and then boom, he makes that comeback. It gives off like Miles versus Static vibes. It's super awesome.
I was gonna say Excalibur versus Raiden on my end. Like that's literally it.
Yeah, Excalibur versus Raiden in the sense that it's over now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was tough.
But yeah, my turn. That's cool.
Okay.
That's
I thought it was
sorry. Wait, hold on. Who's
no,
next?
Blader goes. You go.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, like pretty much already said it. Like lots of cool stuff to it. Yeah, I love the look of it. Like choreography and this right here. Yeah, like Brawl here. Yeah, that was good. And really glad the analysis really picked up like after like the preview part because like that was really good. Yeah, like actually like got the story across and everything. That was some good stuff.
I feel like I personally really like the jank, especially this shot. It gives me a vibe like this is from you can see this is a PS2 game, and I think it plays it really well. The camera work is very like snappy rather than it easing and going smooth, and I like that. I really like this. I think it's just a fun battle. I have nothing to complain. There is some bit of issues that I couldn't really follow much of some of the analysis. That being said, I thought this was a really good battle. I think this whole video is I would say a 7 out of 10. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
I think it's like a 9. I'd say like I have no personal attachment to this matchup or these characters. I feel like if you do, then you will get. If you've been waiting for this match for like a decade, then you're going to get more out of it. But I still think it's really solid, and I think it's definitely like I don't think there's any wasted animation potential.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. Like really good animation. Everything about it just seems like it was fun.
I think even if it is like the movements are slightly janky, like that was an issue I had like for a little while with Dark Souls versus Skyrim, but I learned to accept it over time because like the shot composition makes up for it and like makes it look a lot cooler because especially for transformation bits like these ones where like just like the way it's all framed wait no this one's this here like yeah. There's just a lot of personality to this episode. Like the biggest strength, I would say, and the main thing that a lot of people were hoping for with this was the use of environment, because that's why it's a rivalry in the first place, because their games are so similar and that they're open world like power fantasies essentially, and they did not waste the environment. I think it was very well utilized.
Agreed.
As someone who's been familiar with both characters for a very long time, I was just really hoping this episode to be good. My standards are usually really low, and I thought this episode was good. I thought the fight was fantastic for what they were able to pull off. Obviously, there's jank, but I can accept it. You know, I don't need perfection. I just need a fun time, and this was absolutely a fun time. And I do like how they lead in more to the hero and villain dynamic, because Good Cole is the canon option.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it probably would have been a little boring if it was just Evil Cole.
No, because Evil.
Yeah, they say in the episode it would have been even more comp if it was Evil Cole. So
yeah, they lucked out because people prefer to do Good Cole. But yeah, I thought this was a great episode. I'm gonna actually listen to the song when I'm driving.
Oh, dude, I tell you, man, that song is so damn good. I love it.
Well, yeah, it's Omega Spikes. I love everything Omega Spikes.
Probably my favorite. Okay, it's not my favorite. I think Fight Like a Devil is still the best Omega Sparks track for me, but this is a close second.
Yeah.
I will say, like, to add on one more thing about like the track in and of itself is already amazing, but like that part again, like that part where like they're both falling from the building when like Alex like stabs Cole and he starts like take him over with the blacklight virus. The way how the music like builds up to that climactic like thing, like, oh, is Cole about to get like defeated? The way how it crescendos, it's just like, oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, it just definitely a good use of their powers. Like especially this bit here. I think this is probably the tightest in terms of like choreography, like bits, I would say. Like which like bouncing like back and forthing off of each other. Like a very good showcase of that. I would say main issue is probably the analysis segments. They will take a bit of getting used to for me. Like I know it was intentional. Like with this being an old script, I do like that idea a lot. It's just like some of it will be a little weird for me going back to. I do appreciate the self-awareness though in that sense, but
they did not reference Gundam Style once. I am disappointed.
No,
they showed visual footage of it though.
I needed them to make an actual joke.
If that was actually a cutaway gag of Boomstick doing the dance, like an uncanny Family Guy character animation.
Oh yeah, no, it's just a cutaway. In the cutaway, Boomstick goes, "Man, that's as weird as that one time I did Gundam Style," and it cuts him doing Gundam.
Yeah.
There was one time I went to South Korea for vacation. Okay, but my other one thing though that it is definitely does hamper this one a little bit is the death is slightly boring because it just I understand that Alex is a character where you have to disintegrate him in order to actually kill him, but it's just basically like, oh, a little bit of smoking out, now he's gone. but
Cole, just what a little temporal right there.
Well, do you know what he like did? He like Cole absorbed
he
like
absorbed
Alex's
him,
his bioelectricity.
But I'm just like it is just tad underwhelming. I don't fault the episode too much for it though, because I understand what it's going for, and I do like the final line Cole has at the end here as well.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think the real
yeah, that's cool.
That final shot where like the city as like he's just like his back turned to the camera is it's so slick.
Yeah, so that's why I don't take too much umbrage with it because it's still presented pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think this is my fifth place on my season ranking. I like Bill Cord, Vader Obito, Chosen Dead, First Dragon.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to figure this my new ranking.
I have a question.
Wait, what was the last one you said? Mike, no, what was the last one you said, Michael?
I said Vader vs. Obito.
No, the last one.
Dragonborn, Guts for Dimitri, and
okay, thank you.
Bill Cord.
Yeah. See, I think I prefer this over Chosenborn and Guts vs. Dimitri. I don't know how I feel about it over Vader vs. Obito because I have more attachment to Vader than I do these characters.
Yeah.
But it's also like I feel like just this fight is cooler. I think this fight felt cooler in a lot of ways.
I definitely prefer this over Chosenborn, in my opinion.
I think another reason why I might like Chosenborn more is because I just have a lot of more personal attachment to those series, specifically Dark Souls. I love Dark Souls.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
I think Skyrim's pretty cool, I guess. I kind of do want to play Infamous now after this episode.
Of all the episodes this season, Scott Chosenborn was the one that I definitely came around on the most. Because like it took a while for me to like really get it, but like once I looked more into like Dark Souls and Skyrim, like I was able to appreciate the deep cuts a lot more and the episode as a whole.
Yeah,
he did.
Just this season in general has been. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just confirming that Kara came around to it because we've had that conversation about Chosenborn.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I was just gonna say that this season has just been phenomenal in its matchup.
I think the most common complaint for this episode I'm seeing is that Cole's analysis kind of sucks.
Well, it's because they focused on good Cole, and they focused on his ability. But to go in depth into what happens in Infamous, especially referencing what evil Cole can do, would be kind of a giant waste of time.
It would take a while. It would take quite a bit.
especially since
I thought it was pretty good. I do think Alex's analysis was better, but Cole's was pretty good.
Alex's, it was I got a better sense of his story, I will say, but I think that's just a byproduct of the sense that with Infamous you have multiple like branching paths, so obviously it's gonna be harder to get everything in there.
Like, for example, they never mentioned Cole's friend Zeke, who plays a pivotal role in the story. But again, you would have to like kind of go into the actions of Good Cole and the actions.
You gotta balance the stats with the story, and
which is very hard to do for a game like Infamous.
Yeah.
Oh damn! You know what? You're right. This is absolutely a fantastic shot to end on.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
It looks so it's so perfect to like end the show like that. To fight with that shot.
I do think this might be the weakest death for me this season, but this season has had nothing but incredible deaths. So like that's nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, okay. This season
is still a really good one.
Well, I don't know if I prefer this death. I don't know if I'd say this death is worse than like one like I don't know Kilo versus Misaka, because that one is
I like that death a lot.
It's a good death. I'm not saying it's a bad death, but it's kind of simple. It's just like
this is probably the most straight. This is probably the most straightforward death this season. That's not.
It is. Yeah, it's just like a simple. Oh, I'm overpowering you and nuking you now. Yeah.
Yeah. You're getting inside me now.
To be fair, this is such a long time matchup where it's not really about the story of the characters, it's just about this matchup's finally fucking happening.
Yeah, it's just more like them being cool. Yeah.
In a way, the next matchup is kind of like that too, because I've seen Frieza versus Megatron requested just as long. Except the only difference is that it's still relevant.
I think Frieza and Megatron will always be relevant.
Well, yeah, because you have that has the luxury of having Frieza, one of the most iconic anime manga villains of all time, and then you have Megatron, one of the most iconic cartoon villains of all time.
Is Transformers a cartoon or a toy first?
I think it was a toy first, but the cartoon became like. It's kind of like Ninja Turtles, where it's like the toys inspired the cartoon, but then the cartoon became just as big as the toys.
Yeah, I see.
I often think of Transformers as a comic series first and foremost, but that's just me.
Frieza is going to be hard carrying my excitement for that episode because I know very little about Transformers, but I am a Dragon Ball nut. I love Dragon Ball.
I like Frieza a lot, but I am rooting Megatron.
We're pretty much on the same end, Carrick. Because you're a fan of Dragon Ball, and I'm a fan of Transformers.
Yeah, now you and I are going head to head.
I got money. I got money on you. Sorry, Carrick.
I have mild interest in both of them. Yeah, like minor interest in them both. So
I guess and with who wins, it really depends on what they give Megatron.
They said they're specifically using G1 composite Megatron.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
So
and like apparently there's some crazy stuff in G1, so we'll see.
I will say
I did wonder though what with Transformers, like would it be so wrong if they like did what they did with the Spyro and specifically went for the strongest version?
I mean,
I'm not sure what
because Carrick, if they did that, Goku versus Superman would have Xenoverse.
It's like,
I mean, yeah, well, okay, okay, because Transformers is weird compared to Dragon Ball, because like Dragon Ball has like Xenoverse, but Transformers has like so many iterations. It's like comics a lot like that.
Oh, it's like
I think more for like Transformers as compared to like Spyro, where it's like while it is a popular game series, it's not as big as something like Transformers.
Yeah.
It's been going on for so long. People are fans of specific series. You would go for the strongest. Whereas with Transformers, you gotta go with the most iconic, and the most iconic is Gen 1.
That is probably also why with Power Rangers, they've yet to actually exit Mighty Morphin.
They will never exit Mighty Morphin, and that pisses me
like
off.
Ninja Turtles is a specific case where like every version is very different, but also people don't know which version to use, so they just composite them.
Yeah, because like I would say each iteration of Ninja Turtles is pretty equally popular in their own rights. Like they all have different sorts of fans. By the way, I'm a Rise superior for those wondering.
I'm a 2012 dude.
Yeah, I'm at 2012.
2012 is pretty good.
I like turtle soup.
I've been very.
I thought that new mutant.
Tonight I dine on turtle soup.
I have like
new
like
mutant.
2012 Rise and Mutant Mayhem. So like, yeah, those are like pretty cool.
You were not
2003.
I will say, like, for the little amount of research I've done for this episode, because I do like the matchup. Megatron, depending on the version, can be a really good character. Like the IDW Megatron, I really like, so that's why I'm also kind of rooting for him.
My only exposure to IDW Megatron is the My Little Pony crossover, by the way.
I hear IDW Megatron the most busted one because he becomes like an omnipotent god at the end or something.
He's also, I think he's also like the most like tragic of the Megatrons, because his story is that he was a gladiator, or it was some story about like he wanted to be something that like the oppressive rule of like Cybertron didn't allow him to be. So he became like a rebellion hero, but it ended up with his morals becoming so corrupt that he became the villain. But then, like, it eventually came full circle. He realized his faults, kind of like Magneto, and he actually, I think, became good.
Megatron?
Wait, which one are we talking
for
about?
IDW.
Yeah, a lot of versions
if I'm
Megatron are basically
gonna do any like, oh sorry.
No, I was saying a lot of versions of Megatron are basically just Optimus. He has the same goal as Optimus, but
so it's literally just Professor X and Magneto.
And that's honestly the reason. That's honestly also another reason why I'm interested in Frieza versus Megatron, is because like both of them are usually seen as like tyrants, but like the way how they go about their tyrannical like persona is different. Frieza is just like that asshole tyrant, but like Megatron, he's a tyrant, but he cares about his people and his planet. So like it's that interesting contrast to see how like they could handle that in an episode, especially if, like,
Frieza.
That'll be weird for me when it comes to rooting, because like obviously like I prefer Dragon Ball as a franchise, but at the same time I wouldn't really mind seeing Frieza get his shit kicked in.
Yeah, like there's a reason always cheer about him getting wrecked. Like there's a reason we always cheer upon seeing him get obliterated.
No, you know what? It would just be that scene in like Z and Broly where Broly's just beating the shit out of Frieza.
Straight beat down.
Yes.
Yeah, Goku's like, have fun, Frieza.
Never forget that Trunks killed Frieza.
We
should never put Frieza on the dagger status.
When he showed up to show that Goku wasn't the only Super Saiyan, you popped a Shenron in your pants.
Oh hell yeah! I remember that line. Okay, but I think if I'm gonna do any preliminary research going into this episode on Megatron's end, it will likely be me reading the IDW comics, because I've tried to watch 80s cartoons like in the past, but I have grown up. I've grown up on 2000s and 2010 stuff. Like I am like too spoiled on like that kind of quality. I cannot sit through any 80s cartoons that are like focused on toys. It's just it is too my brain can't handle it.
Listen. If you want to watch a good like story Transformers with a good story, watch Transformers Prime.
I have heard that is a good one.
I would say that the 80s
also there's also
I think the G1
you go first.
Okay. I think the G1 Transformers movie is actually pretty good for the most part.
I will be one with the Matrix.
I recommend watching that if you just have a fun time, but also it gets really depressing at one point.
I'll definitely watch that one for the music at least.
We all know, like, yeah.
At the very least, though, Raccoon, I will say though, the IDW comics, I think that's a good like thing to get introduced or like get started with Transformers, because from what I've like the little I've seen of it, it's pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, and I've enjoyed the IDW Sonic comics and also the My Little Pony one, so I feel like I'd probably enjoy these ones as well. And I do get that with Prime, like that is a cartoon everyone recommends, but like I mean specifically for this version of Megatron that they're doing. Like,
G1, that's fair.
So right. Also, I don't know which one's more powerful between G1 or Prime, so.
I'm going to be honest. For my research, I'm just going to watch the Transformers Michael Bay movies again.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
I don't think that's the one like for what they're using, but all right.
Yeah, no, I know it's not, but I just want to watch the first movie again.
I watched the movies for the first time a couple months ago. I was so fucking miserable watching the second.
I can't wait to get to the scene where Bumblebee pees on a guy with gasoline.
Oh,
the third one was
funny.
so
I will defend
funny.
that
It's
scene.
kind of the third one is really funny,
Oh,
but the second and the fourth one.
The first one's a good guilty pleasure.
The first one's in comparison to the other shit. The first one looked pretty okay.
I
think.
should probably.
Yeah, show this off real fast.
I should okay. So Steve, you reminded me of this video earlier when you were doing your Shredder impression.
Maybe now it's safe to order out for some pizzas.
No need, dudes. I brought back some takeout.
Oh,
so I can walk down and pick out.
It's Shredder.
Where?
Bro, Free Trevor is just fucking
Why is it
hilarious.
FNAF?
Because why not? Because it's the internet.
Because why not? Exactly.
Yeah.
This episode.
Okay, but okay.
Rule number 1: we're sponsored by HelloFresh.
We should. Okay, so wrapping this up. I'm very excited for the next time because I love Dragon Ball, and I'm very happy to see Frieza getting a really cool legacy matchup that a lot of people have been asking for, and I'll probably do a little bit of research on Megatron. I'm very glad that this episode exists, and I'm very glad that it's as cool as it is. It's not my favorite of the season, but it's definitely on the higher end of the scale. I think overall it came out very, very cool. I very much like it.
Higher on the scale.
I will.
And yes, this is. I am convinced that this is the scale on the Cypher wheel.
Also, real fast.
Yeah, I will say I will probably be there for reaction actually next time.
Nice, very nice.
If I am reminded.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to tag.
Yeah, don't worry. I am actually. I will be starting the reaction at 12 next time, guys. Don't worry. I was a little preoccupied watching the Game Grumps live show this weekend.
Oh, okay.
That is on you. Prioritizing your love of Game Grumps over us watching this reaction on time.
To be fair, I bought those VIP tickets like 2 months ago in advance.
Oh, wow. You bought VIP tickets? You fucking heathen. How dare you?
Thank you all. Thank you all so much for joining us. I hope you all liked the video as much as we did, and be sure to stay tuned for the next video. Take care.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.